Southwest Topeka has a good neighbor. State Farm agent Jim Garrison, now at 29th and Urish. If your current insurance situation has you going around in circles, get off the roundabout and stop in and meet Jim and his wonderfully efficient staff. Let Jim Garrison give you a quote and make the Garrison comparison. He's confident that with State Farm's competitive rates, the right coverage, and his unmatched service, you'll want to make him your new insurance agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Jim Garrison is there for you, northeast of the roundabout at 29th and Urish.
When someone has a passion for what they do, it comes through in the product they provide their customers. Just ask LaRocco's Pizza's new owner, Jason Johnson, about their crust. They make it every day and let it rise for a minimum of 24 hours before they use it for their pizza. And his staff doesn't want to do anything they won't be the best at, and you can taste it in their pizza. LaRocco's Pizza, just a half block north of the I-470 and Gage Boulevard exit. Come taste the difference.
It's time for Real Estate 101 with the Karey Brown team from Preferred Advisors.
Good Saturday morning to you. This is Karey Brown, broker at eXp Preferred Advisors team. And that was really hard to say. I'm so used to saying something else. So that's the big news. We just switched to eXp Realty. My team and I did. We're really excited about that. Even more exciting is that I handed off the actual broker role to Whitney Meddell. Whitney is our broker for the state, and I'm really excited about not having to do the red tape anymore. So that's awesome. But we're going to talk a little bit about why we made the switch, and I'm going to introduce you guys to the people that encouraged us to do so. So on the line, I have Rodney and Amanda Hurd. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
And with me, I have Tim Coling and April Comstock.
Good morning.
And so we're going to just talk about it. April and Tim went with me to New Orleans. I have been tracking this company for 2 years. That's how long they've been on my radar. But you guys have been around for how long?
eXp is started in 2009. So, yeah, it's been a little while. Just really hitting a growth spurt this past 12 to 24 months.
It's been exploding. Just from the time that we were in New Orleans to now, there's been another 1,000 agents join.
Yeah, it's about 1,300 to 1,400 onboarding per month. So, yeah, it's very exciting.
That is just crazy.
Yeah, actually the fastest growing real estate company in the United States right now.
I know. I've been watching it and talking with Rodney and Amanda and Jeff Willems for quite some time now. And I'm kind of a slow-paced kind of person. I like to ponder and pontificate for a while. So anyway, April and Tim went with me to New Orleans, and we just listened and learned. And first day in, we're like, okay, let's do this. Really excited to get everybody's take on it. So Rodney and Amanda, will you share why you chose to join eXp?
Absolutely. And Rodney, feel free to interrupt me at any time. I think he and I are on the same page a lot. It took us a minute to, once we were exposed a few different times to it, and then we actually went to a event out in Vegas that put it all together for us. But it was basically, we're an independent brokerage, so it was a big mind shift going from being an independent broker to back into being a part of another company. And with eXp and the opportunity that they actually provide as agent ownership, as revenue share, and all the true collaboration along with their platforms and systems, it became a no-brainer once we shared it with our agents, and everybody was excited to get on board and be able to plug into something that was bigger than even what Rodney and I could offer. We have a big vision. And when we thought about, those changes that we can make easily, Rodney, you can add to this too, it was the piece for us that was leverage. Leverage and exit strategy ultimately made our decision.
Yeah, anytime you're running a business, anytime you can make residual income and have enough leverage where your money's working for you, it makes sense, and that's what this company does for you.
That's what I was saying. I know being a broker owner, you always had to stay, just part of being in real estate, you have to stay ahead of your competition and set yourself apart. And that is something that, you just have to stand out. Otherwise, you blend in with the masses. And it's all about customer service. But first and foremost, you have to get in front of that customer. And so that's difficult when you're on your own. Even though I was a part of a franchise and an owner, I still had to figure out ways to get there. And so it's hard. You never shut off. You're always thinking. And for me, I generate leads for my team. So anyway, it's really difficult to always be on, always be thinking ahead, always doing something else. I know for April and I, we were constantly looking at different things to do. And so it's really exciting to have have that kind of leverage behind you, and that even to have the classes online. So I'm a coach and have been for a while, and a lot of that comes with, experience. But it is so great to see that with eXp, they're called the Icon Agents. They are constantly training. I just love that.
Yeah, you're actually getting training and education from high-producing agents, which is really something that you don't get in other places. It's an opportunity to tap into people that are in production and are living it daily, just like the rest of us.
Right, and if you do get it, you're paying for it at other places. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, and that's the great thing, like you said. I think when you're an independent broker, even if you're an agent running your own team, a lot of times there aren't enough systems and platforms within a company to get you where you need to be. So you do feel sometimes like you're reinventing the wheel all the time and kind of searching. With eXp, the great thing, and I know a lot of people out there would agree with me, is you can plug right in and you can get production going quickly. And that's the big piece right there. To be able to grow your business and make that transition and not have as much downtime, you're only going to take off quicker.
Absolutely. And we, myself and Amanda and Rodney, we actually have a little bit of an unfair advantage. We're a part of a group. I know several of you have seen that we have, me on TV with Barbara Corcoran. We have endorsements from Barbara Corcoran. She endorses a select few of us around the country. And so we're part of a group where we do not compete with each other. So we are constantly feeding ideas to each other and what works, what doesn't work, do this, don't do that, kind of thing. And we share on a major level that I've never seen before with anybody.
Yeah.
So that's really awesome. But with eXp, having those same icons that are in that group now sharing, that's really cool. You just wouldn't get that anywhere else.
Yeah, you absolutely don't. And I think that true structure that we have with the agent ownership just breathes and feeds into that true collaboration that is growing it exponentially, for a lack of a better word.
Absolutely. So I know you guys also have a team, so you run your company as a team also. Let's talk about that. How does that work among the eXp? Are they excited?
Oh, they couldn't be more excited. We actually just had our team advance yesterday, and along with our production goals, we kind of tied into how eXp is working into that now and even changing it to a different level. So they're super excited. They love to have the same opportunity as us. With that big vision, just couldn't offer really that agent ownership. So, it's a level playing field now, and they have an opportunity, just like the rest of us, to be as big as they want to be and have that exit strategy. We have a lot of younger guys, so they're looking maybe 20 years, 30 years down the road. But they love it, and they tap into the education, and they actually network, whether it's through workplace or even in eXp world, and they're getting ideas from other agents, even though being plugged in our team. So you can all grow, within the system itself and be on the team.
And they get the best of all worlds. So they can actually stay on our team without any expense other than what they're doing and making them $100,000 a year they're making as a buyer's agent or a listing agent, and build a team on our team or outside of our team with eXp. So they have an opportunity to enjoy the revenue share, enjoy the profit from the company, building a team outside of our team with eXp. So it really makes they've really got the best of both worlds. Absolutely.
And you don't even have to be on a team with eXp. Let's just get that out there. I know we were talking to a gal, and it didn't sound like she was interested in being on a team. That really isn't the thing that I think we were even getting at. We just see how it can change someone's life, because a lot of people in the industry, you get used to making big bucks, and what happens when the market takes a downturn? Or, as a matter of fact, really, if you take the national average, most agents don't even make poverty wages.
True.
So it's like this. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, to your point, and most of the time you're starting at zero every month, right? Even if you are doing high production, high volume, you still start every month at ground zero, right? It's $0. So that's something, too, that this structure, this opportunity, you really have an advantage to build something for yourself and create that wealth. Absolutely. And it's an income that comes in every month if you do it right. Correct.
And whenever I mention that, that is actually called a revenue share. Will you guys explain that in a little bit of detail? I know you can't go into a whole lot on the radio, but let's hit the highlights.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, on the revenue share, there is a company dollar that goes into eXp. From that company dollar, the company has decided to make it a fixed expense. So if you're looking at a profit and loss, you got that fixed expense that comes out of that company dollar straight to you as the agent who brought in the additional agent. Therefore, it's revenue share, not net profit share. So it's right off the top. And you bring one agent in, you're getting paid. You bring another agent in, you're getting paid. So the detail of it is, it's an 80-20 split until you cap. The cap's at $16,000. After that, it's 100% commission for that agent. As long as that agent is on their way to the cap, you are getting, in that first piece, a 3.5% portion of that 20% of company dollar. So it is something that we can get very detailed with it, but it's money that you wouldn't have otherwise. The company sharing their company dollar, and it does not at all reduce the agent commission. So it's a way for us all to do business together and have that piece that builds our exit strategy and our passive income as well.
And the really cool thing is you have a dashboard where you can see that adding up as it's happening, depending on, who's doing it. So,
yes, actually, I was just showing that today to a group, and they were just like, that's so cool. It's all transparent. That's also something that I love about eXp is everything's transparent. You see the company dollar of the transaction that came in. So, basically we're in Indiana. You guys close a deal in Topeka. I'm going to see the address. I'm going to see the amount you paid. I'm going to see the company dollar and the portion that comes to us. So it's very transparent, which I love that dashboard too. It's a great visual. It gets you motivated.
Absolutely. And it's not skewed by what the owner might say that the profit was for the month. It's off the top.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. And in the past, I had worked for another company where that office had to be profitable before they could share any of the profits with the agent. So if there was a big expense that month for that office, the agents didn't get profit share. It didn't matter how good the market was at that time, which isn't the case with the eXp.
Yeah, so that's awesome. But you also get stock. So let's talk about how that works.
Well, there's two ways. So basically, the exciting thing about eXp is you have an opportunity to be an agent owner. With that, they award you stock along the way for different milestones. So when you close your first transaction, you're going to be awarded stock. When you actually sponsor another agent, and they close their first deal, you're going to be awarded stock. And when you cap as well, you're going to be awarded stock. And there's even some additional, Karey, earlier you mentioned Icon agent. There's additional stock that can be awarded to where you actually, if you Icon and there's different milestones to meet along the way, you will get your full $16,000 cap awarded to you back in the form of stock. So that's something that, I don't think there's anyone else out there doing that. Super exciting. And it's money, it's stock that you would not have otherwise unless you're plugged into eXp. So Rodney and I, for example, we just don't touch it. We get excited. There is a 3-year vesting period, so we just watch it grow and sit back. That is one stock program. The other is you have a optional stock equity program where out of your net commission, you can take 5% and opt into purchasing stock at a 20% discount. And that is basically done on a monthly basis, the last trading day of the month. And that, if you want to think corporately, I guess you could think of that as a 401k. And it grows, with each transaction it's growing. And you really don't miss that money when it's taken out, as before it ever hits your bank account. So it's a way to really grow that and think of that as a 401k, which is something I would say 99% of real estate agents usually don't have a 401k. So that's exciting. It's a way to plug into that and, kind of force you to save those dollars.
Yeah, and one of the things I think that's really great about the stock options is we're in an aging industry, and I believe a lot of agents just don't plan for retirement. They don't have an exit plan. With eXp and these stock options, you're putting away money for retirement without even missing it, without even noticing it. It's a great opportunity to develop a plan for when you're older and you want to retire and go out and golf every day.
I like that idea.
Or whatever it is. Or whatever it is you do when you retire. I don't know that we could ever do that.
Well, I was going to ask, I went to New Orleans and experienced everything down there. And my question for you is, we're excited here, and I'm ready to go out and talk to other agents. What are the hot buttons that you tell them when you're doing the same?
I would say the biggest thing is that it's a huge opportunity. It's an opportunity as agents. The one thing that we all have to realize is that we're business owners, and as business owners, you yourself you're the business. If you don't go out and do anything that week or that day, you're not going to get paid. So this is an opportunity where you can actually create revenue share and create passive income and grow your business with the training and everything that eXp has to offer. It's just one of the best opportunities out there right now. They took everything else that was out there and just kind of put it on steroids. They took the best of everything and just combined it all into one company, and that's what eXp is.
Well, and I think, Tim, to kind of add to what Rodney's saying, the collaboration to me is big. And at first it seems a little intangible, but once you're in it, just like we're all working together, right? And before I would have had to get my license in Kansas, come find a Karey. I would have to get your buy-in on our independent brokerage, and it would have taken me months to develop something like that to be able to have reach into a different state or collaborate with other like-minded agents. So I love the fact that the collaboration is true. We're all here to help each other. Beyond that, the reach is international and definitely national into Canada and soon into other countries. So you just can't get that anywhere else, and that was really never offered anywhere else. So to me, that's exciting that I don't now have to get licensed in every state. eXp's done it for me. And we just connect and then work together as professionals. So I think that the collaboration and the reach are two of the biggest things, clearly along with the ownership and the revenue share opportunity.
Oh, yeah, the eXp world in and of itself is a whole other show.
Well, that's true, yeah. Amazing. Yeah, what did you guys think about that? I know, and I loved having you guys in New Orleans, and I know you took a lot in, but maybe what were some of the highlights, and definitely tell us what you think, if you don't mind, about eXp World, because I love to hear what everybody kind of, when you first jumped into it, what you're thinking.
Well, I think it was just the first day. My wife came along, and she went shopping while I was over there, and got back to the hotel and briefly described it to her as best I could, and she said, "So, have you signed up yet?" I was like, "Well, no." And she's like, "Why?"
What are you waiting for?
So that should give you an answer there. But April has some good questions, too. I'm going to let her ask a couple.
Because Karey and I had talked to a couple of other agents that wanted to join our team previously, but they were working in Kansas City and Missouri. And so that was going to be an issue as far as joining the team. And so that's really exciting because now they can. So
Yeah.
So we'll have to reach out to them. But I wanted to chat a little bit about what are some common misconceptions that people have about eXp?
I would say the biggest piece that's kind of out there that we hear a little bit from our competitors is that it's not sustainable. And it's something that is just an invalid comment. It's built to be sustainable. The way that the revenue share works is a mathematical formula, the way that it's rolled out. And first and foremost, I think the unique thing about eXp is that the people that are coming into this company are producing at a high level. They are not part-time agents that are kind of just doing those one or two deals a year. I believe that NAR reports on, what is it, the average agent sells one or two homes a year?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So, no, they're the producers. They're the high producers. So first and foremost, you do have to have production, which is what makes eXp unique. And if you look at the numbers and everything we're doing quarterly and the growth, it's absolutely sustainable. And then going public in May, you pretty much put your financials out there. And it's something that you're heavily invested. So it's just one of those myths. I think it's a hot word. And some of the competitors have kind of tied into that. So absolutely, I think that's a big misconception.
Right. That's good.
Join us after the break. We're going to listen to a word from our sponsors.
When someone has a passion for what they do, it comes through in the product they provide their customers. Just ask LaRocco's Pizza's new owner, Jason Johnson, about their crust. They make it every day and let it rise for a minimum of 24 hours before they use it for their pizza. And his staff doesn't want to do anything they won't be the best at, and you can taste it in their pizza. LaRocco's Pizza, just a half block north of the I-470 and Gage Boulevard exit. Come taste the difference.
This is Stephen Parkin at Invista Credit Union. Purchasing a home is one of the most exciting and important decisions someone can make. Let me tell you why Invista is the best choice for financing your new home purchase. First, quick pre-approval process. Our fast decision-making gives you the power to act quickly and make an offer on your dream home. Second, local servicing. We service your mortgage in-house. You won't get a long-distance runaround, but a committed professional whose only job is to help you. Third, experienced team. We are dedicated to simplifying the process and educating you through the home buying process. Come by Invista. It's okay to dream. In fact, it's encouraged. We are your home buying partner. Give us a call at 785-228-0149.
Thank you for joining us again. You're listening to Real Estate 101. I am back. This is Karey Brown, and I'm with Amanda and Rodney Hurd. They are from Indianapolis. Thanks for joining me again.
Yeah, great to be here.
And
Yes, absolutely.
I have Tim Colling and April Comstock. They're from my team in the office, and they are here with me. Thanks for joining me again.
We're excited to be here.
So real quick, I know the first part of the show was about eXp and why we made that switch and everything. And Rodney and Amanda, I'm sure that you have definitely got a feeling about this too, but we definitely want to express that this doesn't change how we treat our clients. We love our clients. We are absolutely nothing without you. There are so many great ways that we can market, because literally through the eXp world, we're walking around in that world with people all over the country. Which is so amazing. I mean, we can collaborate. We can talk about things. I have an investor in Manhattan that owns a lot of properties, and I have a potential hedge fund buyer from West Virginia and one from Arkansas. So you can collaborate with people. So there's just all kinds of things besides just print marketing and digital marketing. I mean, there's tons and tons of things that we do. I don't really want to tell my competition what all I do, but there's tons of things that we do. April, you are like the queen of our social media. You want to share some of the things that we do to market and, make sure that we get our houses sold?
Right. Well, from the beginning, as soon as we list a property, obviously it's going on the MLS, and we get that onto social media. We do Facebook and Instagram. We're on Google+, Twitter, all of the big social media sites, just to get your listings out there to as many people as possible. And we try to do some fun and different things to kind of catch people's attention. We also do some old-fashioned ads, even in the newspaper now, just to kind of grab those people as well. And like Karey was saying, networking is a huge thing. So eXp will help with that, obviously, just because it increases our increases the people that we have access to help market. But just networking with other agents as well, trying to find buyers for those properties. It's a big thing. So we're super focused on customer service and just taking really good care of our clients. That's obviously our main concern. But with eXp, it's really exciting to be bringing on more agents and to help get them trained, in their website, and even like their marketing site has so many different flyers and options for us to use. So I'm really excited about that as well.
Absolutely. I've been spending till about 1 o'clock every morning for the past week and a half finding things on the website, and I'm like, oh,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm sure at this point, April's like, please stop sending that to me.
I've got a very long list.
So it's also handy, and I want you guys to talk about that, Rodney and Amanda, but you can actually bring in clients into the eXp world and introduce them to an agent. So if you're moving across country, have you guys done that?
Actually, we have not, but I've talked to a few people that have. It's a great way to have a really clean handoff to an agent. Say you guys are sending somebody to California. It's a great handoff to really get that one-on-one, and also expose them to eXp world as well as making sure that, you're taking that extra step. Maybe you've already looked at homes. You've already, have a really good idea of what they want. So it's a quick transaction for the client as well, which, if we can make it streamlined for them, that's the goal at the end, to make it painless. But it is a great place for exposure, like you guys mentioned earlier. Get more exposure for the listings that you do have.
Absolutely. I mean, we've always tried to stay one step ahead and get our houses in front of as many eyes as possible, which is the reason why I'm on 4 MLSs. That's not cheap.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
No, right, yeah.
We cover
that extra mile there.
Yeah, we cover, I believe it's 32 Kansas counties and 18 Missouri counties.
Wow.
So it's a huge, huge reach. And whenever you consider, 10% of agents sell the real estate. So whenever you start dicing all those numbers down, if you just stay on one, you've got maybe 62 agents. And if you spread that across all of them, you're looking more like 10,000 agents. So, sorry, not 10,000, but 1,000. So out of 10. So if you want to pull odds, your odds get better.
Yeah, I was going to say much better odds.
They really do. And the 4 MLSs also increases our need for agents all over Northeast Kansas, because we do have people calling into our office that want to see properties all over. And it would be awesome if we can grow, our team to cover all of those areas, just for our clients' sake.
Absolutely.
Closer.
And we do train. So we train our team, but again, this isn't just about our team. It's about eXp too. We don't want you to just think that the only way you can be an eXp in Topeka is to be on our team. That's not it. We may not be the fit for you, and you may have a team of your own. If you want a retirement plan or whatever, it's for you. So, but if you're a brand new agent, say you're determined to be your own agent, eXp does require mentoring until you're experienced.
Which is great. And, we had actually had a couple people come onto our team that were members of another team previously. And I think both of them had been with the other team for about a year, and they hadn't had a transaction yet. So we're really excited about bringing on some agents like that they're licensed, they're ready to go, but they just haven't really had the support or the opportunity to get things going. That's one thing that Karey and I are really excited about, is just getting those agents trained so they can take really good care of their clients.
Let's talk real quick about how eXp fosters helping the people that you bring in. So it's not just, hey, I recruited you, now it stinks to be you. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So they've got an amazing onboarding program that initially everybody hits, and that basically gets you through the setup. If you have any questions or where you've gotten stuck in the process, it is real-time help in eXp world. You can also email, which almost seems archaic when I say that now, compared to being able to go live into eXp world and getting the answer right there. You also have Workplace where you can message your coworkers, etc. The onboarding is a big piece in the beginning with your agent services. You also have tech support, which that's something that with just that training and learning eXp world and learning the different systems, tech support's going to be there for you. They will plug into your computer and do a join me and help you through anything. Just that piece alone is huge leverage when you're growing a team or when you're on a team. Those big pieces, at most competitors, there's not tech support. You're having to find your own tech guy to come in and help you. So it's just very quick. And all this allows you to be productive more quickly. So talking about those 2 new agents that you have coming in, a lot of times when you onboard somewhere, there's a lot of downtime. And sometimes it can be 30 days. With eXp, you're onboarded within days generally, and they're going to move as fast as you can because they're usually going to be in front of you. You're still playing catch-up, but it's all there for you. There are weekly meetings, the training, etc., and it just really fosters that mindset. That's the biggest piece. So if you've got somebody new coming in, it pretty much helps you, build your culture too, because it sets that expectation, and that's how a good way that it fosters from the immediate is hitting the onboarding piece. And then there's different, like you said, Karey, there's mentoring. If you haven't had too many, I think it's 5 and under transactions, then you'll be in a mentoring program to make sure that somebody is helping you, that you're not out there on an island by yourself. That happens a lot. We've been part of other franchises, and sometimes you're just kind of left out there after that initial training. That doesn't happen with eXp. There's always that opportunity to connect.
Well, I really want to thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you for listening to Real Estate 101. If you're looking to buy or sell, be sure and give us a call at 785-213-5188. If you are looking in the Northeast Kansas area, be sure and check out our website. It is preferredadvisorsteam.com. And if you're looking to join a team, be sure and give us a call, 785-213-5188.
Thank you for listening to Real Estate 101 with the Karey Brown team from Preferred Advisors.